Caitlin Clark was absolutely dominant in her WNBA playoff debut. I mean, all parts of her game, all of them were on display tonight. This is the first possession of the Fever. So no one's going to pick up Caitlin Clark initially off this Fever possession right here. So Caitlin Clark, where she pulls up from? Right from the logo, that's 6 steps from beyond the three-point line before the defender gets their splash. Nobody runs a fast break like Caitlin Clark. Again, look at this. Kelsey Mitchell's just going to run the floor, okay? If I outrun my man, look at Caitlin Clark. As soon as she gets the ball here, head up the floor, Kelsey Mitchell knows. As long as I'm sprinting, as long as I'm running up the floor, if that defender's not going to take me, Caitlin Clark's got me. Look at Caitlin Clark. Head up the floor. Look at her lead Kelsey Mitchell above all those defenders right there for a layup. Caitlin Clark setting up Kelsey Mitchell again. If you're not going to sprint back in transition and you're going to backpedal, Caitlin Clark is really quick. Look at her get downhill up the floor. That girl's backpedaling right here, so that's an easy blow by. Draw a defender to step up and help. Hand it right off to Kelsey Mitchell, who's now open for 3. It is not supposed to be this easy. This is off a make. The Fever are inbounding from underneath the basket. But again, it's Caitlin Clark. And Lexi Hall knows. Just sprint and run the floor. The second Caitlin Clark gets this ball, her head's up the floor. She's looking for any opportunity that's there. Look at Caitlin Clark. Get this. Lexi Hall just sprints, runs the floor. Caitlin Clark's head's up the floor the whole time. Boom. Perfectly lead Lexi Hall in transition. Layup. This is just Caitlin Clark's insane range. Aaliyah Boston's going to come set a ball screen. The Sun are going to ice the screen. This guard right here for Connecticut's coming up to ice the screen to keep Caitlin Clark from the middle of the floor. Now, the problem is there's a second defender that needs to be dropping underneath. But this is Caitlin Clark, right? So before that second defender gets there, let's just pull up from the logo. That is unreal. She just cooks the defender right here. You have to slide your feet with Caitlin Clark. You gamble on Caitlin Clark, you are done. Look at this defender right here. Whoopsie daisies coming uphill to gamble right there as opposed to showing your hands, sliding your feet. Now you're off balance. Now as you're trying to get back in the play, Caitlin Clark's just going to dust you the other way with a crossover in the lane bucket. Caitlin Clark off the pick and roll there in drop coverage right here. Look at her get through the entire defense right here. First of all, she's heading downhill immediately. Get in the lane off drop coverage. Good things will happen. A little in and out dribble, blows by the defender in the gaps, then the defender in drop coverage right here. Blow past her right towards the middle floor. In and out dribble, then blow past the defender in drop coverage for a lay-in. This is possibly the pass of the year. I mean, this level of basketball IQ is incredible. So the Sun are icing this screen right here. So Caitlin Clark, this is unbelievable. She knows that this backside defender's got to stay with the girl popping off this right here. So she knows if Aaliyah Boston just sprints, that defender's got to stay there at the three-point line. That Aaliyah Boston, if she just sprints downhill, knowing that defender has to stay at the three-point line, if I lead Aaliyah Boston right to a layup, look at this pass. Knowing the defender's got to stay up at the three-point line and backside help, so perfectly lead her to the rim. Oh my God. This is just Caitlin Clark's insane explosive ability. Look at the defender go under the screen. So as she goes under the screen, she's coming back up to crowd her right here. She just went under the screen. I'm coming back up to crowd Caitlin Clark. So as she's taking one step uphill, Caitlin Clark's just going to blow by downhill. You're coming uphill. Look at that. Take a step uphill. As you're doing that, I'm just going to blow by you downhill right to the rim for 2. That is explosiveness. How the Indiana Fever don't take advantage of this on every possession, I'll never understand. A second defender's always coming to Caitlin Clark. They're always blitzing the pick and roll. So Lexi Hall here, all she's got to do is take one step. This could be me. This could be someone in the stands. A second defender's coming to Caitlin Clark. So I know if I just take one step off the pop, boom, wide open. 2 defenders go to the ball. Lexi Hall, splash. Caitlin Clark has the highest basketball IQ in basketball, WNBA or NBA. Watch this. Look at how she waits for this second defender right here to get to the three-point line. Look at, she's just bringing the ball up the floor, waiting for that second defender to get to the three-point line. Because now what? Now if she turns the corner right here, those 2 teammates are going to end up screening each other. This is incredible. Look at this. As she turns the corner, look, wait till she's at the three-point line. Now I can turn the corner. I just created a screen. The 2 teammates of the Sun just screened themselves because Caitlin Clark waited for her to get to the three-point line, run into each other, and now it's just right to the cup. That is next level IQ. The passing is just on another level. The Sun are going to switch this, but the defender's going to switch over the top. Look at this angle that Caitlin Clark creates on this pass. So Aaliyah Boston's got a half a step right here rolling off the pick and roll. Look at Caitlin Clark, though, create her own angle right here. She's got to get this ball away from that defender right there and perfectly lead Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston's got about a quarter step. Look at Caitlin Caitlin Clark create this angle by making that pass perfectly leading her right to the rim. That is unreal. Transition, Caitlin Clark's a freight train. If you're not going to slide your feet here, you're done. I mean, this defender right here, you're going to gamble right here in transition. Caitlin Clark turns on the jets. She's gone. You gamble and don't slide your feet, right to the rim layup. Once Caitlin Clark's got a half step on you, she's going to put you in jail by using her shoulder right here. Look at this defender right here, just a little bit off balance right here. So as she's coming uphill, Caitlin Clark's just going to get a little rip-through move. That gets you on her inside shoulder right here. Boom, little rip-through move. Look at that. Once you're on her inside shoulder, now she's just going to put the defender in jail. Keep you on her back, put you in jail, step back jumper. In transition, there's just nothing like a Caitlin Clark fast break right here. Look at head up the floor. Look at her right here. So if this defender doesn't get back and steps up to take the ball, she knows she's got Kelsey Mitchell here. But again, look at her lead Kelsey Mitchell perfectly on this bounce pass. So this secondary defender right here can't get over and block the shot. Perfectly leading Kelsey Mitchell on the run. That's a lay-in. There's just nobody better than this in the WNBA. Aaliyah Boston's going to come up fake like she's setting a screen. That gets the defender leaning towards the screen. And once she's got you leaning towards the screen, again, Caitlin Clark needs a half step. Once she's got a half step, now she's got you on her inside shoulder. Another step back jumper. Caitlin Clark, I mean, the Connecticut Sun were blitzing her the whole game. She knows the second defender's coming up here. So how am I going to get open? If I can beat her to this spot and turn the corner. If I can turn the corner on a blitz, I'm wide open. Look at Caitlin Clark turn on the jets here. Look at how she turns the corner on the defender right here. Once she turns the corner, now it's right to the three-point line, step back three. Just all Caitlin Clark's basketball genius. You know a second defender stepping up right here. They're going to blitz the pick and roll. So how do we get Aaliyah Boston open off this roll right here? Well, there's a backside defender coming for Aaliyah Boston's roll, so we can't hit Aaliyah Boston. So what does Caitlin Clark do? I'm going to swing this ball over, so now that backside defender can't stay there anymore with Aaliyah Boston. That brings the backside defender out from the paint, so I just swing it. Now we've got Aaliyah Boston over. Look at, make that pass, get that backside defender out. Now the pass can go down to Boston. That's all created by Caitlin Clark.